Hey viewers, welcome to another game of Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing a Zerg versus Zerg game between Blast Tefel or Tefel or whatever and TSL Hyun, and I only know this guy. So the other guy I've never heard of. This is played on Cloud Kingdom, I think this map is called. Yeah, it is. And yeah, it will be interesting to see a Zerg versus Zerg. On the Brood War, it used to be a very fast, very ferocious fight between these two races, or between, well, two players of the same race. And it was probably, well, the hardest and fastest way to play a game. We see the extractor trick, but this guy already has his overlord, so a little bit quicker here. There's not a whole big difference between the two. Yeah, it's one drone difference at this moment, although that's in the other guy. Oh, this guy actually has one more. 14 to 13 now, and yeah, now they start building buildings. Spawning pool coming up for both of them, although the extractor is already up. That's why he was one drone down. The extractor already up for Hyun here. Yeah, I have to take care that I don't say the Zerg player. I can say the blue Zerg, I guess. I'm going to switch colors here though, because it makes it a little bit easier to distinguish between things on the map. Especially the blue is really hard to spot, but apparently I cannot switch that. Yeah, that really doesn't make a whole lot of difference. Yeah, the blue is just really hard to spot because, well, it looks like black almost. And I wish I could make it something like green and yellow or something like that. Red and green would also be good. But we're stuck with blue and red. Anyhow, we see the extractor coming up now for the yeah, let's call him Tefel as well, and he is going to fast or expand, not fast expand, but expand, whereas Hyun chooses not to expand for now. He may be doing that now. Yes, he is actually a little bit behind now then, and the Overlord is going to spot that. The enemy Overlord did also spot that, and two Zerglings coming in. And the two Zerglings are going to attempt to stop this expansion or go up and harass the drones, but two Zerglings aren't enough to harass drones with. So yeah, he might have done better by just trying to harass the hatchery a little bit. Obviously that wouldn't have made a big difference, but if the queen would have helped there, or if Zerglings would have come, then at least he would have, if the queen would have helped, he would have been able to sneak into the main base, and otherwise he would have been able to at least see how many Zerglings are out. Currently, as we will see, yeah, still building a lot of drones, well, especially here. And a couple of Zerglings sneaking into this base. So yeah, it is speed Zerglings versus normal Zerglings, and the speed is coming up for our top player here as well. And Tefel almost done with his speed, but cannot really chase the speed Zerglings as long as he doesn't have speed, because it increases their speed by quite a lot. But he is going out with 8 Zerglings now, and is going to attempt to do some damage, but no, decides to defend. By the way, this is my third game I put out today. I'm just trying to find out how many games people actually watch. Oh wow, this Baneling getting taken down almost. Ooh, really risky. So yeah, losing 2 or well 3 Zerglings to that Baneling could have been a lot worse if it splashes on like 10 Zerglings, because they will all die instantly. And he just picked off the one baneling that was there just to make sure that that didn't happen. Baneling's of his own now. But yeah, if people watch like 3 games a day, then I will put out 3 games a day. If people decide that, yeah, it's not worth it, or, well, it takes too long and they don't want to watch that, then I will not be putting out like 3 games a day. So, the banelings, oh, not suiciding, yeah, into the queens. Yeah, they were dead anyway, almost taking out a queen. Would have been great if that actually worked, but it didn't, so don't think any of the Zerg units actually did any damage here in the base. Hang on, so this is this player. He has scouted both of the bases, and then the other player never scouted the main base. So Tefel still a little bit in the dark there with, well, what the opponent has. And there is a third base coming up, but the Overlord is hovering right on top of it, so he can see that easily. But that's 300 minerals you invest in a hatchery, which means you will be behind in your unit count for a little bit if the opponent doesn't do that. He does decide to go for the same build. Tefel a little bit high on the money here. I wonder what he's going to make. Did he build, or is he building Spire or Infestation Pit? Okay, that would work as well. So going for the Infestation Pit, I'm pretty sure he didn't scout that. No, he didn't. Just want to make sure, and I'm not sure about the division of some of these units yet. Going for another 2 extractors actually. And yeah, going for infestors here, and we will probably see that on both sides. Yeah, a little bit behind for a Hyun here. He has been behind from the get-go. Maybe because of the extractor trick, it gives you a little bit of an advantage, but if nothing changes, the small advantage in the start of the game will spiral to a big advantage in the late game. That's just the way it works. And if you do exactly the same, that small advantage will give you a pretty big advantage in the late game. Because for the simple fact that if you have, for example, 1 more Zergling in a fight, then you will be able to do, in the beginning, like, I don't know, 10% more damage. And then that 10% more damage means that you're going to keep 10% more of your units. And then on the next fight you will have 10% more units, so you will be able to do even more extra damage. You'll probably be able to keep more than 10% of your units though. But yeah, the little bit of extra money that he got from that initial extractor trick, and yeah, it resulted in him now having a little bit earlier infestors, a little bit earlier expansion, everything just a little bit earlier, and every little bit counts in these, in these kind of situations. Some speed Zerglings coming in, but not able to do anything here. It's just 4 of them, and yeah, had they been banelings, it may have made a difference. This hatchery is going to make all the difference, by the way. If this comes up and it doesn't get sniped right away, or he doesn't lose to an attack here, so he doesn't lose a lot of units in the next attack, this is going to draw the, or get the advantage back in Hyun's favor, because yeah, obviously it's very good to be a base up on your opponent if you are playing the same race. So he will need extra drones for that, and I'm not actually sure if he has those. No, they're equal on drones. So yeah, I'm not sure if he can actually saturate his bases enough to have this make a difference. And we see the army coming in now. The Overlord trying to spot everything on the map, but Overlords are really, really slow, so probably not able to see everything. And let's switch this off. Yeah, he is going to lose this hatchery, and that means that the advantage, instead of going in Hyun's favor, is going into Tefel's favor. That yeah, taking out that hatchery means that he has 400 more minerals now, and the 400 extra minerals. Wow, this army all the way up here. The 400 more minerals will result in having a few extra roaches, a few extra zerglings, which means he's going to be able to win the next fight and keep some units in reserve, or after that fight, and they will build up. But because he has a bigger army, he will be able to win the next fight with an even larger number, and so on and so on. And you can see that now Tefel has 2,000 spare minerals, so he's going to be able to replenish his army right away. And of course these, wow, these come on, what are they called? Fungal growths are going to make a big difference in this fight. But yeah, the enemy also using the fungal growth to great effect.